Welcome back, Mastercraft Gaming fans. Kyle and Jesse bringing you another battle report. Happy to do it. Jesse's back from Masters. This motherfucker is the
best sport. That's right.
Best sport in the country.
I mean, I could have gone for one that required skill, like painting or battle, but no, I went for the one that I'm a nice feller. Granted, my minor internet celebrity status may have had something to do with it, but that means I can be an asshole now for the entire year, and I'm still technically the best sport in the country. So, suck it, plebes.
You were pretty popular on the Beer Phase. Well, actually, it wasn't Beer Phase. It was just Mark Hawks's matchup cast. They had you on there. If you haven't watched that, the last 10 minutes of the second one is fantastic. I
have the attention span of a 5-year-old. I can't help it. Plus, anytime I get to tweak George, I mean, it's a good time. So, that was fun. And I get to play with toys because I'm an overgrown man-child.
What we're doing today is we're going to use the cards for the first time. I'm debuting my Undead army. And
finally, Jesus.
Only been working on that since October, so...
I'm like, put it out there. He's like, no, they're not fabulous. They don't look like live models. I mean, you've seen my paint, folks. Sweaty Gigante is popular, not because he's painted well.
Speaking of Sweaty.
Oh, he's in it today. He's also got his two amigos, Derpy Gigante and Frosty Gigante.
3 giants.
It's a fun list.
All right. Hey, you ain't got no trombones. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, so. I know. So there's no trombones. There's no whiz spam. It's literally like, how can I put some models on the table to where Kyle won't need to be held after I kick his teeth in?
So we're going to explain to you how the cards work and what we've already drawn. Take a look at that, and then we'll get to deploying. Woohoo! All right, so today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to use the new cards pack for the Clash of Kings 18 that Nick Williams helped design. Thank you, Nick. Bring a little bit of variety to the game, something that if you're getting tired of the same missions over and over again, this definitely changes things up. Even as far as us drawing the cards and looking at it, which we've done already, it's just a whole different look. It's a whole different way to play the game. So Jesse's going to tell us what we're doing.
So as you can see, we've got different objectives. We got 3 yellow ones, 2 purple ones, because those are objective markers we had. The 3 yellow ones are called your field objectives. The 2 purple ones are your base objectives. So when you draw your objective cards, because this setup is for the same no matter what cards you get, when you draw your objective cards, they tell you what the value is. Like the objective card I drew in this instance, the yellow ones are worth 1 to me, the purples are worth 2 to me. Or the purple on my side of the board is worth 2. The one on Kyle's side of the board, worth none to me. Kyle's card, the terrain on my side of the board. A piece of terrain on my side of the board is valuable. He doesn't even care about the objectives. Different cards have different stuff. It's a really cool way to do it. We also drew the condition card. For this one, it's forced march, so Kyle's going to have to deploy 3 more than me to start off, just like the scrying gym. It's pretty cool. It changes stuff up. Honestly, when we do this again, I don't know if I'm going to use a condition card, but the objective cards are amazing. And we haven't even talked about the secondary objective, which will pop at the beginning of the 4th round.
And here is the debut of my newly refurbished Undead army. 2 regiments of Soul Reaver infantry, no special items on them. Got a horde of Revenants, again, no special items, they're for staying power. A regiment of Soul Reaver cavalry with the Potion of the Caterpillar, as you do. 3 troops of Revenant Cav. Gonna try these guys out as chaff, I like them a lot. The Revenant King mounted on an Undead horse, and the Circlet of Blood. I love Blood Boil. Let's see how it fares in the new Clash of Kings 18. And then Apaphis, I think that's how you say it, the Champion of Death, the new living legend hero from the Clash of Kings 18 book. He's pretty freaking sweet. And Funny Bone, my man. I put a little glossy gloss on him so he could be Sweaty Bones. And then a Necromancer with Bane Chant 2, Inspiring Talisman, and Surge 8. And then the BARROW WIGHTS. Love this unit. Except they die all the time.
Welcome. Alright, let's bring the Goblins back and have us some fun. What we got here are 2 Horde Sharpsticks, 2 Horde Spitters, because, I mean, 1 Horde's fun, but why not have 2? 2 Hordes of Trolls, a Flagot, Banner of the Griffin, and a Flagot with the Loot of Insatiable Darkness. Blue is Loot, black is Banner. See? Easy system. Only 1 Whiz. I know, I'm slacking. He'll have Bane Chant and the Inspiring Talisman. I have 3 Gigantes. We have Special Gigante, Sweaty Gigante, and Frosty Gigante. And for all the crap I give people on Fanatics about allies, I decided I'm going to run allies in the list because hypocrisy is my middle name. We got a Horde of Lower Abyssals, and finally an Archfiend of the Abyss upgraded with the wings because it's awesome.
So our deployment became relatively simple after drawing the cards. Based on our objectives, Jesse needs to capture the blue objective piece that you see on his side of the table. It's worth how many?
It's worth 2 to me, and then the yellow ones are each worth 1 to me.
Yeah.
Kyle needs the hill where my sharp sticks are currently sitting behind.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to beat him to death with gigantes.
So, for the most part, I can get 5 victory points from clearing off that area around the hill.
I think it's 3 if you have the most unit strength. Then you get 2 more if I have 0 to 1. If I have 0 to 1 unit strength sitting in there.
So for me, that becomes the whole game. For him, he can spread out a little bit more, especially with the yellow objective on the far left side of the table. So he's got, you know, his Archfiend over there. If you need to claim it, you know, late in the game, that's a good way to do it.
Well, the cool part is you put the objectives down before you pull the objective cards.
Yeah.
So where Kyle picked the hill and I picked that, you know, the blue token is sitting in my deployment. I put that out before I ever knew that was going to be what I have to go for. So we've made, you know, essentially instead of the middle of the battlefield where everybody fights, we're going to be fighting in that corner. And I mean, I do like the cards for that because you have to put the objectives out, and we don't even know until we flip the cards over. Kyle didn't know that he needed that hill. Well, it actually said he could pick a piece of terrain, but it's smart to pick a piece of terrain you can sit in because you have to be within 3. If you're in it, your count is within. But yeah, so that whole battle's going to be between that token, that hill, and blood, death, guts, and gloss coat all over the place.
I gotta kill a lot of shit to get what I want to happen. I really don't care how much of my shit that you kill. That doesn't seem to matter. I mean, the unit strength at the end of the game, that's important, obviously, but if I clear you out, that's the bigger deal.
And then we pulled the condition card we pulled. Since I got to pick table sides, I pulled the condition card. It was Forced March. The player who did not choose table sides deploys 3 units before the player who chose table sides deploys any.
So that's why you saw me drop 3 units at once.
And then what Kyle...
I played a strategy.
Yep. Go ahead.
Where I played this card before either of us go, and basically that means he's got to deploy 2 when he drops his first one instead of just 1.
Yep. Play this card before either player deploys any units. Your opponent must immediately deploy an additional unit when they deploy their first one. So he had to deploy 3, then I had to deploy 2, and then Kyle was looking at it, and he also had the Stolen March. He got to move his stuff 3 inches closer. So instead of being more than 12 away, now he's sitting at, what, like 15 inches. So he got his deployment is 15 where mine was 12. Kind of a big deal. A lot of stuff is fast.
I didn't do that with everybody, though. I only did it with my first little contingent. Just because I know that hammer's going to come swinging in, and I don't want to give you the opportunity to get there sooner. So
I would like to make that happen sooner, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're deployed. We got 2 strategies from me that are toast already.
I've got 4.
He's got all 4?
Oh, baby, wait till you see when I play them. They're going to be fun.
I don't know what they are, so I got 2 more, and hopefully I can use mine.
I'm having flashback to my Yu-Gi-Oh days. You've activated my trap card. Can't wait.
You would have played Yu-Gi-Oh.
I did play Yu-Gi-Oh. Look at me.
All right, so we're going to get started. We'll get the roll off the first turn, and then let the bloodshed commence.
Yee.
First turn roll off. Big casino dice. Oh,
suck
lovely.
it.
Lovely. What would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to go second since name of the game's objectives and hills, and yeah.
Okay. Works for me. This is very straightforward for me on turn 1. I have no ranged options that can hit, at least right now. Got Blood Boil on the small Revenant King and Drain Life on the bigger one. Not really going to do a surge and just throw my shit out in the wind. Those giants are pretty quick. And, well, I know I'm going to take some shots before I get in, but they're just Goblin Spitters. He's not going to be hitting very easily, so, you know, we're going to do what we do, see what happens.
Alright, just like Kyle, didn't do anything super important. Move Goblin Shard Sticks up, so that way he'll hit them, and then we'll sit there forever, and it'll be awesome. Move the Giants up. I didn't move them right behind them, because maybe he'll be stupid and jump them Barry Whites up. Maybe not. I just want to give him an opening. We'll see. Everybody else, we had to move one thing of Goblins up. They'll hit on 6s, and we did. The big thing is the Archfiend in the side. He'll have to think about where he puts stuff, because I'm going to get tasty flanks on stuff. Doing what Goblins do. I shot. I did 6 wounds. I shot blue spitters, red spitters, and the wee little whiz back there that you can barely see. Old pinchy finger. Did a total 6 wounds on some Revenants, so this should be awesome. Sorry. Kyle's like, you need 7, right? They're 14. I'm like, I don't have brutal anymore. These are goblins. It's okay. So I've heard him, folks. I've heard him.
I have nightmares.
So here we go. Let's we need
test on them.
We need 8 twice. So give me an 11 and then a 10. There's an 11.
You son of a bitch. We got inspiring.
They got inspiring. 10 would be beautiful here. Suck it, bitch! Yeah! I didn't even invoke the power, baby. They're just infused. Oh.
How's a guy supposed to win?
Love it.
All right, turn 2, things are getting a little serious. Got to do a little bit of moving. I did not expect Jesse to just, you know, pop off them Revenant Cav with 5 wounds or 6 wounds. But, you know, that's, you know, you roll double 6s, that's the game. He's just a big old cheesy ass grin staring at me right now.
I'm so happy. Feels good.
The Revenant Horde, I'm going to charge into the sharp sticks that are straight across from them. I'm wide open to a flank from the lower abyssals at the moment, but I don't want to let the giants get in there either. So I think I'll take the lower abyssals at the moment. The Revenant Cav that are in front of the BARROW WIGHTS, I do kind of a 3-part charge here. Move the Apaphis, I think his name is, and Jesse played the card where basically before I declare the charge, I have to roll for Yellow Bellied because it was in the front, and I rolled a 3, thankfully. I've got that card for him too sometime later. So then got him and the BARROW WIGHTS into sharp sticks. Again, Rev Cav just kind of scooted out of the way. And then I moved my Soul Reavers up into a position so that I can't take a flank from the Archfiend at least. So he's going to have to hit something in the front. So yeah, that's where we're at. Starting off with my shooting phase, I actually did cast a Bane Chant onto the Revenants from the Necromancer behind him. That was helpful as the Revenants went hog wild and did 14 wounds! Now, I've got the benefit of Dread, but the Banner of the Griffin is also in range there. The Apaphis and BARROW WIGHTS did an additional 14 to the Horde next to them. Also good. I got Dread and Brutal working for me, and I think they are out of range of Banner of the Griffin here. So that could go well. Hopefully it does. We'll see. Unlike Jesse, I probably don't have the same luck. But Revenants into the sharp sticks. I got 14 points of damage on them. They have Banner of the Griffin, they have Dread, so the nerve test is just against their nerve.
11, I like it.
Gonna go ahead and re-roll that one.
11, 7.
14 and 7 is 21.
That kills them, except I'm going to go ahead and use a strategy card.
Subtract 1 from the nerve test made by your opponent.
For those not sure, that's that one.
Are they wavered?
They are wavered, but who gives a shit?
I can't reform and... Oh! Oh! Okay. This one right here. Oh,
hip, baby,
God.
look at that. Double ones. Yum, 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 yum. Look how many wounds they have. There's literally, statistically,
Why has it always got to be like this with Jesse? Why? Do I not worship enough pizza around here?
He buys me enough pizza.
That should earn me points. I got a little punch card for Pizza Jesus, alright?
Pizza cares not for the value, but for the consumption.
Okay, I gotta eat more pizza apparently.
Right.
That's the key.
Alright, we countered with the sharp sticks on the BARROW WIGHTS. We're going to try to Bane Chant them. So that way, if I do a wound, they can sit still. And that'll help a lot. The double ones save my cheeks on this flank. Because now I can position the Giants to do something. Over here, playing that card saved this. So now I've got a flank. Granted, they went through the water, so the imps, the lower abyssals probably won't do a whole lot. But the fact they're doing something is a big deal. We'll shoot. Daka, 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 as per normal. And we jumped the Archfiend way in the back. So we shall see how that goes. I'm curious how this may work out for me. Alright, we just shot Lightning Bolt at the Revenant Cav. And we shot Blue Squad and Red Squad into him. Only did 3 wounds. Makes up for the 6 I made last time. And we did Bane Chant on the sharp sticks.
Don't you fucking do it again.
I need double 6s twice. The odds of that happening are good. Nope, right. That's an 8. Just anyway, no. There's a 6.
No. Thank you. Thank you for being statistical.
I don't like it. Alright, so the sharp sticks jumped up, Bane Chanted. They did 5 wounds to the BARROW WIGHTS. The lower abyssals did 9 wounds out of 50 attacks. Needed 5s and then 5s, so I can't complain about that. That's pretty good. All right, so I need double sixes 4 times. Because got 5 wounds on the Berry Whites, and we got 9 wounds on the.
Listen, that's not out of the realm of possibility for this man.
That would require Pizza Jesus, Pizza Buddha, and Pizza Muhammad.
Let's do it. Where you going?
You know what? I'm not hippie with the coexist sticker. Let's. All right, Berry Whites. Come on.
No.
Hip hip. There, see, that's payback.
No.
That's payback. I mean, sure, they still lost flying and had no really chance of killing them. But I got double ones too, so you can't complain. Until it evens out. Over here, right. Double sixes twice. Double sixes once? That was close.
That's close.
If I had brutal. Oh well. Goblins shouldn't even be there.
My movement this turn was a lot more complex. There was a lot more going on. I know I got some counter charges to happen. I kind of debated using the Blood Boil on the Revenant King and Soul Drain to forcing nerve tests in the shooting phase, and just some shit that probably wasn't going to work. The odds weren't the best there, and Jesse's masterful teachings, he's teaching me to play the lower odds and not be quite as risky. So Revenant's counter charge, or actually fresh charge, into the sharp sticks across from him. I use the Revenant Cavalry to go across the field into the blue Spitter Horde. The Soul Reaver regiment goes across the ponds and into the red Spitter Horde, and I take the Soul Reaver Cav into a fresh flank onto the lower Abyssals. Barrow Weights do counter charge sharp sticks. Because of the drain life, I'm pretty sure they're at Snake, so I just got to force a test there and do some good. I do turn my Revenant Knights that are in my backfield to face the Archfiend. He can't get me this turn, but there's still a very, very reasonable threat there, and I gotta have something to tie him down with. The other regiment of Soul Reavers just moved up behind the building. Gotta get them trolls. Necromancer's gonna throw another Banechan into the Revenants. That's helpful. And then I'm gonna use Soul Drain with Epaphras, basically going into the sharp sticks. I do a total of 4. And I'm going to use that to heal the Barrow Whites. Fuck yeah.
I tried.
Revenant Cavalry trotting through the puddles. Only did 1. Didn't really expect much here, but, you know.
You can hope.
You can hope. You can hope. Soul Reavers also trotting through the puddles. Slowed them down a good bit. You know, hitting on 3s, going to 4s is a big difference. They did a total of 10. That's respectable. I'll take it. The Soul Reaver Cav going into the flank of the lower Abyssals. Now, this is what you would expect. I hit with 28. Put them up to, what, 21, something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're 25 wounds.
They're at 25 wounds, something like that, so they're at Snakes. The Revenants also going back into the Sharp Sticks. They're at Snakes. I don't know how many I did. It was enough. Yeah. And then the Barrow Whites, they were already at Snakes from the Sharp Stick, so what we did is I rolled 3 dice, literally, just to make sure that I could get 1 through, got my Life Leech back, and they're healthy. Magical land of filming, so, you know, magical things happen. All right, nerve test. Blue Goblins right here. Only double 6 is going to be good. I didn't get it.
We're okay.
So, they're done.
Red Squad.
Red Squad. Red Leader. Also, not good enough.
And needed a 10, just a waiver, so neither one happened.
Not going to happen. Now,
all right, over here.
3 Snakes.
We need
Soul Reavers, lower
Snakes,
vessels.
they're not inspired because they're out. Oh boy. All right, now.
I'll take it.
Sharp Sticks, as you can see, they're at Snakes.
Oh, baby.
Not Snakes. Double 2s. Come on, baby.
I'll take the low rolls.
All right, over here, the Barry Whites beating to death the guys.
Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
Dead.
One more, Barry.
And
yes. Dead. It's a lawnmower move. It's springtime. Let's cut the grass, baby.
Just so you folks know, say hi, Brittany.
Hi.
She gets to watch him act like this.
Pepperoni. Pepperoni pizza's with me today.
All right, so did a whole bunch of stuff here. So I was wiggling and moving and moving and wiggling, and like if you play enough, you know, like turn 3, when stuff starts getting engaged, that's when the real game begins, because then it's who charges what, because where can I reform and all this happy jazz. So the easy calls were double charged, use trolls, they're going to punch the Revenants, and blue spitters will punch. Red spitters, you see me there at the end just checking to see if I could double charge. I can't. So the red spitters will go in gloriously. We'll see. The Archfiend, we're hoping dice is a big thing. He's got Surge like a billion. But if I hit one of his Surgers, he's got Surge 14 math. Should mean he moves 8, He shouldn't have enough to charge the Archfiend. We'll see. Maybe I've done something dumb. Sweaty's going into Soul Reavers. Soul Reavers are scary, but they're less scary if you take away Thunderous. And then what I did way like close to the camera, as you can see, Frosty went for the front, and then Derpy Gigante. When Kyle charged, he didn't move back, you know, because he killed him. He didn't have to move. He just stays right there, and he didn't do anything with either one. So where the big scary worm backed off an inch from the battle, Barry White's didn't, and yikes. So that gave me a flank. I want to double. We're gonna double.
I assumed.
He assumed. Pretty sure we played that right. If we didn't, whatever. Call me a cheater. Bleepity bleep bleep bleep. There, that's the kid-friendly version of what just happened. Spitters, blue spitters, and trolls jumped up. Trolls, I know, mathematically, you should hit more on 4s than 5. I don't know what it is about 4s. Because trolls did like 3 wounds, and they hit like garbage. The spitters, I think, hit more. The spitters over here against the Soul Reaver's foot, they did 1 wound. Turned off his Thunderous that he doesn't have. Speaking of only doing 1 wound, Sweaty Gigante, 10 attacks, missed with 9. 9, folks. Mathematically, I should hit with 5. But whatever. Math is a lie. And then the ones where I got the flank. Frosty Gigante did work. Derpy Gigante barely did work. But we got 13 wounds on him, so hopefully we can make him go away. Yikes. Alright. We're going to roll here against the Revenants.
Got 5 on him. Fearless 14.
Whatever, we know it's a 5. 7, not enough. Sorry, I just know how this is going to go. Double 6s. How about a 5 and a 4?
Yeah.
Double 6s. Wow! That's 10, 11, 13. Not enough because brutal. Over here, we need not double 1s. God. 7.
That's enough.
That's enough.
One more time.
That's enough.
I fucked this up. I just wasn't careful, wasn't paying attention, being way too casual. Could have backed them up D3 inches after the combat, didn't do it, so learned an important lesson. Hopefully I don't ever do it again.
Oh, by the way, Derpy Gigante spun around because of a stupid arm, which I like the model, but I hate the pose.
This little piece right here is the flimsiest thing in the world. It's broken off like 3 times. So, I screwed up, lost my unit because of it. That's the game.
And it's not the game. That's just.
Well, that's not the game. I'm saying that's the game of King's War. That's the stuff you got to get good at. Yeah, movement's a big deal. Pay attention to what you're doing, even to the minute detail. Yeah, hopefully I don't do that stuff in tournaments.
That's all, folks.
All right, top of turn 4, we draw our secondary objectives. Not draw, reveal. My secondary is 2 victory points if I route the most expensive unit in the enemy, which is the Archfiend, which probably is not going to happen. I didn't think that Jesse would be, dancing back there in the backfield. And speaking of the Archfiend, I had to take the charge with my Revenant King into him, and holy Lord Jesus God, I have to do 1 point of damage. Or else I'm just fucked. I mean, that's how easily the game can fall apart. You see me messing around with the Revenant Cav. I use between the Spitter Horde and the Trolls. Trolls make more sense, so take the Trolls. Soul Reavers countercharge the other Spitters. I debate like crazy about what to do with the Revenant Horde because there's no real good position I can put them in at this time. Where they're at now, at least their flanks are secure, I believe, from the Giant, but not necessarily the Trolls if things shake out that way. I don't really know what the arc is, but where they are, they're stuck, and that's how it's got to be. So, it's messy. It's dangerous and deadly. Just the way we like it. Not a great turn, but a decent turn. RevCav, do 1 point of damage on the Trolls. Took away the Thunders they don't have. Got a life leech point back, hey, something. Soul Reaver Infantry against the Red Spitters. Hog Wild, as always, they're up to snakes. The Soul Reaver Cavalry on Sweaty did 9 on him. I'll take it. That's pretty decent. I got the Bane Chan off on the Necromancer. Didn't show it to you in the shooting phase because, nobody wants to see that. And then Pappy, I'm going to start calling him Pappy. He does 5. It's 10 attacks with Elite. The Elite helped me a little bit. I got 1 reroll. So yeah, 5 points of damage on Sweaty. They got tons of nerve. They both got tons of nerve. They're going to sit there and spank on each other. Yeah, but I need that hill pretty bad. And then, the ultimate thing of this scenario in this turn for me, I needed that Revenant King to do 1 point of damage, and he did 2.
Yay.
We'll see what happens.
Holy shit. Let's do some nerf tests. So trolls, we know this ain't gonna happen. He's gonna regenerate back, but you know you gotta
9
roll.
plus
9
1.
plus 1
Yeah,
is
okay.
10. They're just fine.
Over here, they're at snakes.
Snakes.
They are inspired though, not snakes.
Not snakes.
Oh, ooh, solo one.
Ooh.
Makes me over here.
Okay. On sweaty. He's got 9.
Oh, we're doing sweaty.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do sweaty.
sorry. Sweaty.
That's cocked. Oh
12.
man!
Double 6s plus 9 is numbers. It's 21. We have a flag guy though.
Black guy.
Thank God.
8
Plus 9.
and 9 is 17.
Don't give a shit. 17, 19.
21.
He's wavered. Oh, yeah, or I don't know. Whatever.
Pappy.
Happy.
Not gonna do it. Down here.
Oh yeah.
Archfiend.
Piss off.
9, 10,
Piss
11.
off.
Doesn't matter. So yeah. Did the first one on sweaty route him?
Yeah, because it's
For the
double.
reroll, okay.
Yeah, that routed him.
Just make sure he wasn't gonna be wavered for the double 6s.
He's got fury.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, movement's real simple. I had to counter charge. I tried to do some. Luckily, he wasn't filming. I was doing some real curvy charges there. The Archfiend. Makes me so glad at 300 points he's going to murder this Revenant King. But hey, it's the name of the game. I'm trying to learn. As Spitters are going to try to shoot. The trolls are going to punch the Revenant Cav. The other trolls kind of just ignored the blender in front. They're going to try to kill Revenants. Probably won't. Sweaty's going to hit Rev Cav again. And then both my giants are going to try to punch Pappy to death. So, yay. Oh, and I almost forgot, and this worked really well for me. Before my secondary objective is 2 victory points if you hold or control the base objective on your side of the board, which goes nicely with my main objective of I score 2 points for holding the base objective. I'm shooting, not super eventful. I Bane Chain is Sweaty, so now he has Crushing 4 and Defense 6. And then the other one, the other Goblin, Pinchy Finger, the Wiz with the Inspiring Talisman, I tried to do shenanigans and move him around so he could see stuff. But, yeah, it was not to be, so he tried Bane Chanting. He got Bane Chant off, so he gave him Crushing, but he didn't give him Piercing. And then Blue Squad shot, did 4 wounds. Yippee skippy.
Nerf test on the Soul Reaver Infantry.
Kyle's making me roll it, even though it's not going to be shit. I need 11 or 12. Here, we'll use pizza on this. Pizza, Jesus, help! Woo! There, see, I wasn't sincere on it, so it doesn't count. He's fine. Alright, so, yeah. Trolls didn't do anything. I hit with like 3 attacks. Oh, there's so much garbage. I hate hitting on 4s. Sweaty literally did 3 wounds. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. He had like 12 attacks. Jesus. Derpy Gigante did even worse. Derpy Gigante literally missed with like everything except 2, and then he failed to wound. Frosted Gigante at least did 6 wounds. The other trolls did well. Did 8 wounds on the Revenant, so there's that. And the Archfiend jumped up, did 7 wounds on the Lich King, so suck it. Or Revenant King, Lich, they're all the same thing, whatever. They all look alike. Undead lives do not matter.
Trolls.
God.
Trolls for days.
That's what I get for mocking. I don't know. Whatever. Trolls here, it's garbage. 14.
Yeah, that's it.
Yay! Yay! Now,
No
kids,
Aspire.
watch the trolls get blended.
Rev Caps off. What you
Rev
got
Cap.
next? Sweaty?
Yeah, Sweaty here.
Ooh. 11 and 3. That's 14, right?
Yep.
15, 17.
Oh, wait.
Brutal.
Brutal.
So they're wavered.
Yay! I guess if you do shitty wounds, you can make it up. Over here, the Archfiend.
Yeah.
I only know I need a bunch. 5?
5 and 7 is
12.
12. He is 14, 16.
Damn it.
Yeah. Brutal takes 13.
Yeah, Brutal 13.
He's good.
Needed a 6. Oh well. Turn the spells off. Who gives a shit? Trolls. Need a bunch here, probably.
Trolls.
6.
6 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, right?
So what do we got? 10, 16, and we did 6. That's 24.
Okay, so that's
No,
just
20. No, 6 plus. Yeah, haha, 22.
yeah. So we're good. There's Fearless 24.
Damn it. Over here, Biggie. Not
No.
enough. Even with Brutal, that's 10. But we turned the shit off, so that's a big deal.
Turn shit off.
So not
That pisses me off.
waiver. That was a big deal.
See, pizza Jesus. He rewards you in ways that are not just
That's true.
routes.
Hopefully, he fucking protects some trolls.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Oh, don't back up that shit.
Yeah, they're coming off.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Turn 5 movement. My Soul Reaver Cav wavered. Sweaty. Oh, honestly, it sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? The Soul Reaver infantry go into the trolls through the pond. The second Soul Reaver infantry are just gonna kind of turn and head my way back towards that hill. I really need to get some unit strength over there for the end of the game, and we're getting close. The Rev Cav, I'm going to turn and basically get behind the Soul Reavers just in case Rev King gets wiped out or fails to do a wound, that kind of thing, and the Archfiend decides to go into the rear of them. I got to protect that. And then Pappy is going to take the counter charge onto Ugly Gigante. I forget what Jesse calls him, but that's leaving him open. Special Gigante. Okay. That leaves him open to a flank from Frosty. So it's not looking good for him for sure. And once that cracks open, I've got some issues. Some real issues. So Revenants go into the trolls as well. They are healthy, and that's dangerous. Oh, this combat turn did not go as well as I wanted it to. Soul Reavers going through the puddles. Only did 5. The trolls had 1 on them, taking them up to 6. Should have done 8, taking them up to 9. Didn't happen. The Revenants in the middle did an additional 5, I believe.
Yep.
No, 7, right? Yeah, 7 total. So trolls are doing all right there. I mean, the Revenants are not going to survive one more turn unless he gives the snakes, which how likely is that to happen? And then Pappy does another 5 on to Special Gigante, taking him up to 10. Dread cancels out the Banner of the Griffin, and then the Revenant King on the Archfiend does another 2, taking him up to 4. My attritions here, as the battles are going on, are not going as well as I'd hope. Alright, Soul Reaver's going into Trolls with Funny Bone nearby.
7,
7.
6,
And
13.
6 is 13.
We're
Dread
gold.
makes it 14.
Yep, 14. I guess they're wavered. Cool. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, Funny's right there. Sorry, he's a tiny ass model. It's hard to
Funny's
say.
here. Putting Dread on. Okay. Second one are the
Yep.
Revenants here. Got 7 on them. That's not anywhere near enough.
No, 7, but with Dread, 7. Yeah, it still wasn't enough. We're okay.
Yeah, we're good. And then here, onto Special Gigante. 8.
8 plus, that's 18. Well, wavered,
Alright, I'll take that.
but Fury.
Yeah, never mind.
And roll back here.
Back here.
Yep.
8 and
12.
4 is 12.
No, don't give a shit.
Don't give a shit. So, again, that's just, you know, if I
Alright, so Special Gigante jumped into Pappy. He was wavered, but he has Fury. Frosty got this side charge. Trolls, regen 3 wounds. The one's punching Revenants, and now they're going to punch Revenants. Sweaty. I went ahead and did Bane Chant because of my shooting. I just, did Bane Chant. It's already happened. So we're punching the Soul Reaver calves. The Archfiend's going to punch this Lich King. Jesus Christ. And the other trolls are wavered, but they regen 4 wounds. Feels good. So I put the archers into him because where he's I'm going to say he's halfway in hindering. He's going to get cover. So I'm going to be hitting on 6s from shooting. Or I can punch him in the side and hitting on 6s and do double. So we'll see. Alright, punching went better than expected. Swung around, did a side charge on the Soul Reaver infantry. I did 5 wounds with him with archers that were Bane Chanted. The Archfiend did 4 wounds. 3 or 4, I don't remember. Whatever, he's punching a guy real good. Sweaty did 2 wounds, but I mean, last time he only did like 1 and he wavered him, so that's all we need. Trolls, that put the Revenants up to like 18, and then the double Trouble brothers over here put Pappy up to Snake. So hopefully we don't roll snakes, because that would hurt my feelings.
You gonna hurt my feelings.
Soul Reaver's over here. Need a bunch. 8 plus 7.
That's a waiver.
Waiver, suck it.
That's 15, right? Yeah, it's a waiver.
Suck it. Archers. Archfiend in the back, so I can be sad.
In the back. All right.
Not double ones.
5 on 10 is 15. He is 14, 16, so you got a waiver there too.
Oh, wait. Brutal.
Ah, so re-roll it.
Yeah, that guy apparently has all the rules. Love him.
Same thing.
Yep.
He's dead.
He's dead. Deader than hell. Sweaty.
Sweaty.
Come on, Sweats. 6.
6 on 5 is 11.
12, because brutal.
12, 'cause
No,
brutal.
but we took away Thunderous, so.
15, 17.
Hey, we're keeping him beating on that guy all game. Cool.
Please don't
Here.
do this. Please don't. No.
That's enough?
That's enough.
That's enough. Love it.
Thanks.
Pepperonis.
Thanks.
All right.
Whole game's falling apart before my eyes.
Pappy.
Pappy.
God, not snakes.
One more on Pappy.
Come on.
Nope.
Piss off, Pappy.
I love you, buddy. I miss you.
It is. It's not looking good for a home team here.
I'm not happy because he killed Pappy. Soul Reaver Infantry in front of the Trolls and Spitter Horde are wavered, so they can't do dick. I left Funny Bone there. That's probably a bad move. Yeah. The Soul Reavers countercharged into Sweaty, and Soul Reaver Infantry going into the Trolls, and then the Soul Reaver Revenant Cavalry scooched over 4 inches to get into the flank arc, and then I'm going to try to get a surge off, because I get 2 victory points if I take out his most expensive unit, and at this point I need some points. So I got the surge off with the Necromancer and the Rev Cav. Unfortunately, they only did 3 wounds on 16 attacks with Thunderous 2. That's a bummer. That's a serious bummer, because I get 2 victory points if I can take him off, so just a shame. So Reaver Cav going into Sweaty. Again, this wasn't all that great. Got him up to 15, so I need a 4, I believe, to get him off. That's decent. And then the Soul Reaver Infantry on the Trolls went just fucking nuts and got him up to 20. So that's nasty. But it is turn 6, and not looking good otherwise.
Pumped up. Let's go.
Archfiend.
What's Archfiend?
He's got
7. He is 16, 18.
4, 5, 6, 7 on him. So
Can I even get him off?
I mean, if you buy him dinner. Yeah, 12s will kill him.
12 will kill him. So is there...
Important thing is waiver. If not,
there,
your butt's going to hurt.
Is there a Pizza Jesus in here for me? That's the question. I'm asking you sincerely, man. Is there 2 sets of 12s in these dice?
I hope not. Jesus, that's 1. Oh, no. No. Don't forsake me.
Oh!
10, 17. That waivers him, though.
I'll take it. Pizza.
Boys, girls, let me tell
it.
you right away why that's a big deal. Do you see him? He's height 4.
see them,
They
just,
are height
yeah.
2. He just shoots down the pipeline, and he flanks these.
Yeah.
This son of a bitch. Pizza, you asked, pizza called.
I don't do it often.
It's true, though. You deserve
Sweaty.
that. Pizza, help me here. Double 1s.
Oh, come on.
Double 3s. I
Good.
need double 1s. Come on.
It's good.
Sweaty's down again.
Sweaty's down.
But he's against Soul Reaver. What do you expect, boys and girls? What do you expect?
All right, last one.
Yeah.
Trolls. There's snakes.
Here. Be super so I can regen them all and giggle. That wasn't even close to snakes.
Nope. So, turn 6. Not a whole lot.
We haven't rolled for 7 yet. I still got the
rolled
bottom
for
of my
7.
turn.
Yeah. All right.
Whee.
Let's see what happens.
All right. Trolls and the archers jumped up. We put the Soul Reaver Cav in the water and to snakes. Flag guy, as valiant as he was unable to hit the Soul Reavers. God bless him. Godspeed. Archfiend jumped up, did 4 wounds. That was cool. And then the Giants, they did a total of 8 wounds. I think Frosty hit with 8. Derpy hit with 12, or had 12 attacks. Total's 20, so they rolled, and they did 8 wounds. Hopefully that's really good.
So here we are at the bottom of 6, and this combat in particular is a pretty big deal. What is going to happen here? He's got 8 points of damage on them, and the objective, I need to be within 3, which they are right now. If I'm within 3 and I have more unit strength than he does, which we're tied, so right now I currently do not have it, I get 3 victory points. So if they survive, and if I can kill one of the Giants, who's got some decent damage on him, I would have more than him, 2 to 1. And if he has 0 to 1, I would get a total of 5 victory points for that one section. There's a couple other things that go on. Obviously, he's got an objective here with spitters. This objective here is a big deal for you.
Yeah, that's where if I control it, I get 2 points. Also, my secondary objective, if I just control it or contest it, I get 2 more.
Yeah.
So I need to kill those guys and then kind of shoot a giant forward.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
We'll start over here. There it's snakes.
Right. Not snakes.
No inspiring. There you go. Nope. They're dead.
Piss off. Archfiend, I need a bunch here. I need a 9 with brutal.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's not it.
Not it. Never did it. Okay, over here.
Didn't do anything with Soul Reaver Cav. This is
here
the
we
big
go.
deal.
I'm going to put it right here. 9, 10,
8.
18.
That's enough.
Okay.
6, 12, 13, 14. They're wavered.
Wavered.
No. They're not, right? 15?
Brutal.
You're brutal, yeah. They're wavered.
Yep, they're brutal. They're wavered.
Alright, well. Let's see if we continue, right?
Yep. So I have bottom turn, so
That's
I roll. 4 up.
We do not continue, which means
I win because now, as you know how we film, we always do it later. But backing up an inch.
Backing up an inch gives him that one.
Dink, I've got that, and that's it. I beat him 1 to 0.
1 to 0.
I mean, yeah, Kyle lost, but he didn't lose big. It wasn't like the ogres and dark elves. Sorry, Twilight Kin, but I mean, this is why objectives is you got to play objectives, boys and girls.
Sure.
But we knew that, and I mean, this is not a bad game.
I made a pretty big mistake with the barrow whites, and that's biting me quite a bit.
And one thing I did want to show people before we go, I had 2 other strategy cards I could have played. One is the Unstoppable. This is pretty much, if I kill a unit, I treat it like an individual. I can run forward.
Yeah.
I was hoping to do that. Like, if Sweaty would have killed here, it would have been beautiful. The other one is I get to add +1 speed to something. Ooh. I was waiting to get to Archfiend and be like, you're like, cool, I'm at 21. And be like, 22, suck it. I wanted to so bad. But, and then what'd you have? You had a Yellow Belly one you forgot?
Yellow Belly one that I could have used on the trolls, and we actually rolled it just because, and he would have rolled a 1. But
that would have been huge.
I screwed up.
And then what was the other one you had? You had one more.
The other one was Faint. I could redeploy, but I just didn't want to. I had everything where I wanted it to go. So
I feel like, I mean, this is for fun games. Honestly, if I would have known Kyle had that, or I would even make it a house rule. It's not like you're using tournaments. But like, if you get a card you can't use, or say you get to redraw a mulligan, I don't know. It's fun. This was fun. I like the cards.
I was feeling so good about this one early on. I felt like it was my time to shine. No, in all honesty, I really do. I like the list quite a bit. We talked about maybe what Funny Bones did. It's not as competitive, and I understand that. You know, for 50 points, you could get Brutal, and it does the same thing for 15 in the Pipes of Terror.
Yeah, the Pipes of Terror with Brutal. But it's only, I mean, it's nice. It's a bubble. I don't know. You know, if you play, I mean, you play this game, you're constantly tinkering with lists. There's some things that changed with mine. I mean, I kind of slapped mine together. I just wanted an excuse to run 3 giants. I love the Archfiend model. I love what Mantic did, so any excuse I have to run it, besides running an Abyssal army. But, all in all, I like the cards, as I was saying before. I like them. The condition cards, I could take or leave. I think when we do use the cards again, we're just going to be like, who gives a shit about the conditions? But the objectives are awesome, and so are the strategy. Like, that was fun. I'm set. I wanted to charge 22. I wanted to be like, you activated my trap card, and you didn't let me have it.
Sorry.
Oh.
You see, one lesson that you hear all the time that when you go to the Masters, the players that are there, you make one mistake and the whole game breaks down. And I keep going in my head back to the BARROW WIGHTS and leaving that 1-inch gap there and just not being mindful enough to back up and cover my ass. That really could have made a huge difference. I mean, you hit them with 2 of them in the front, maybe they live.
Yeah, with you running around with Pappy and those BARROW WIGHTS, like, that's
full
enough.
health.
That's enough crushing that my Giants need to worry, because Giants are tanks.
Yeah.
Sweaty died, but he literally kept the Soul Reavers out the game. Like, he jumped up, he was like, ding, ding. He waved him a turn. They finally killed him, and by that time they were too far away to even matter in the game. So
items to
God bless you, Sweaty.
Items to replace, like Pathfinder. That may not be the end all be all for a unit like Soul Reavers now. That Fury item, that's fantastic on a unit like Soul Reavers, because if they get wavered, they're screwed. That's completely
like they're just sitting there,
dead in the water.
They're taking a win. With Thunder's 2 crushing 1, they're scary, but they're not as scary. I can deal with crushing 1. Anyone can deal with crushing 1. It's like, oh, I'll Bane Chant. So they're scary no matter what, but they're not as scary if you take away Thunder. So you have Fury though, and if they're not punching, they're not doing their job. Because what makes them so irritating is not the fact defense 6. It's the fact that life leech, 2 or 12 or whatever they have. So they hit, and like you say, you do 1 or 2 wounds, you're like, oh, I don't care, I heal. And if you have a healer or a necro or somebody who can heal behind them,
you get in the waiver on the Soul Reaver infantry with both Giants at the end of the game. That was a huge deal. We end up this game 1-0. It just could have been totally different, completely different result.
And I still don't know how I feel with the Archfiend. Like, people watching this video who play with Archfiend are probably like, God, you're fat and stupid. And I know, I freely admit that. I'm just not used to having such a big stompy flyer. They made his Lich King come and get him, which, obviously if you play Undead, Lich King's a big deal. So I don't know. I mean, he had to deal with it.
Revenant.
Whatever. Lich King, Revenant King. What? The dude on the horse. You know what I mean?
Well, I gave him the Circlet of Blood, and I didn't use it once.
That's true. You didn't get the Blood Boil. You didn't get to really inspire with him except himself. He couldn't. So, I don't know. Whatever.
There was a couple instances I thought about it, but it just wasn't practical to do. Early on, when your lower, but not your lower missiles, the other Sharpsticks horde had some decent damage on them. I could see over the top. I could have done it. They would have had cover, but at the same time, I probably could have spiked that up to a nerve roll, but there wasn't as much point because I had the Soul Reavers in the flank and then could take the Revenants in the front. I mean, it just wasn't the best play.
Right. So, it was fun.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say before we go, check out Hobby Sauce, Matt Young. He made me some awesome hills. He has this really cool tutorial for them. I totally forgot to bring him. My bad. We will have him in the next battle report. I'll remember. I'll put him in the car. It's my bad. But yeah, like Matt, check out Hobby Sauce. It's awesome. A lot of people are doing battle reports. I'm not trying to chase you away from ours, but this is how we grow the hobby. This is how we grow what we do. By the time this comes out, we should have like a week, 2 weeks before Adepticon. So we're both going to be at Adepticon. I'm going to be playing Dead Zone, and I'm going to be playing Kings of War. I already got first round grudge. I'm getting you, Tyler. Sweetie, swooty. I'm coming for that booty. Who you playing for? Oh, you're playing Chris. Super nice guy, Chris, who keeps ducking me, by the way.
We can swap. You can take Chris. I'll take Tyler.
Well,
YouTube stars versus the actual good players.
I'm just saying, it's awful suspicious. Every time Chris knows I'm playing, he either has a family emergency or, he makes sure he gets a grudge match or something. Whatever. That's fine. And then we're going to be at Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to be all over the place, folks. And so, yeah, Mastercrafted.
War Kings GT in April as well.
Oh, yeah, you're going to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. We're going to be like 3 events. What you going to do?
I also need to mention that RGD Gaming, they have a Kickstarter going again for the Fawns that they've been doing. That's something that he asked me to mention, and truthfully, if you're playing a herd army, there's not a whole lot of Centaur, Satyr looking stuff out there.
Well, especially not for a neutral army. Like, we got the G-dubs, which, that's been the standard everybody uses, but they're all, like, angry because they're beastmen. But the herd, like, the Centaurs coming out, like, I like them. They're good. And I'm usually kind of picky about my models. Maybe not my paint, but my models I am. And they're good. And I would probably start a herd army. Because I need another army. Like, folks, I'm sitting on like 5 that you haven't even seen on camera. I have problems.
Never a bad idea. Go check it out. Yeah. Thanks for coming and seeing us, and like and subscribe and all that jazz. And hope to see you at some events this year. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So
yeah, we're going to be all over the place. So you love it. And remember, I am the #1 sport in the country no matter how I act for the rest of the year.
see ya.